Last week, we reintroduced you to Kody Robertson, the Hilliard man who survived the Las Vegas shooting, but not before seeing unimaginable things. Well, this morning, we hear from Kody about his first return to Las Vegas after the shooting and how an encounter with one of the Las Vegas victims while at the concert has now turned into a lifelong bond with her family.
It was a flood of emotions and memories and flashbacks and things, but it also helped me heal.
Just 6 weeks after witnessing the worst mass shooting in American history, Kody Robertson went back to Las Vegas to honor the victims and for closure.
A lot of anxiety going there, and a lot of emotions, came back up. And I went in and checked in at the Luxor. They put me in the 18th floor. When I first got there, I sat there and looked because I was overlooking the venue, and just a flood of emotions came. I sat there almost like a blank stare for probably 20-30 minutes.
He can still recreate the night in his head.
That's about where we were standing.
Explaining where he was when the shots rang out and how he helped get his new friend of just a couple of hours, Michelle Vo, to the hospital after she had been shot.
She always had a smile on her face. She always had a laugh. She didn't find a stranger. It was always a new friend.
Michelle died at the hospital. It was on Kody's phone her family found out. In appreciation, they invited him to her memorial service. And to this day, Kody remains in touch.
Really a tribute to her. Just connected with, and that's how she was with everybody. And her sisters described her as magnetic.
A connection that was only a few hours is now lifelong.
I've got a tattoo on my arm. It's something I think about every day. Why not me? Why'd Michelle have to get hit? And, I didn't, but there's days I don't want to get up out of bed because of what's happened, but I wanted something that I could look at in remembrance and to kind of encourage myself to make it a good day, to keep good going that day.
You'll see that hashtag is something that Michelle kind of lived by both in work and life, and that's what we're going to get to next week as he has now pushed that hashtag into his life, and the stuff he's doing now and a lot of the survivors are doing now is pretty remarkable.
Trying to make that impact. It's so interesting to think that they had just met.
Yes,
but
2 to
when
3 hours.
You go through something like so traumatic like that with somebody and contacting her parents, I cannot imagine what it is like for him thinking about her.
Exactly, yeah, and the appreciation of the family has for him for all he did that night to, to secure her phone and to make sure they were updated was amazing, and I'm glad they still have that connection.
Yeah, absolutely.